Connected. Channel user switched. Entered your channel.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Hi, Tim.
Hello, Tim.
Ah, Bruce.
Hey, guy.
Hello, Bruce.
Hi, Bruce.
I got my data, server data. Be aware the finish is really 50 and not 100.
It looks like the only airspace is there's an airspace after turn point 2.
It's not easy to see the airspaces with these weather zones, is it?
No, but your computer won't show them. Your PDA won't show it. Show the weather zone, so it'll stick out.
Oh, yeah. It's just when you're trying to look at the task. Oh, and it's an air tow.
Oh, I didn't notice that it was on Airstar. I had not catch that.
Yeah, I got in early, but I got no sound, so I have to get out. Nice.
User joined your channel.
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone.
Hi, Conrad.
Hi, Conrad.
Hi, comrade.
Hi there, Conrad.
Long time.
Yeah. Good to have you back, Conrad.
Happy to be back here as well. Hear me?
Yeah, we hear you fine.
I have a voice activated setting because I can't find any button and if my left.
Yeah, it cuts off some words, but it works.
Yeah, at least we're not hearing you all the time.
That's good.
Yeah, I spent a couple of months working out of this area when I was in my youth from Ravenna.
Oh, nice, Richard.
How old were you?
About 25, I think.
Cool.
No, it would have been older than that. I think it was in 78.
On me out, I couldn't fly with you guys yesterday, but I did fly it early in the morning, got it done. Enjoyed the task yesterday. Another EB day.
Yeah, I saw you posted up on Condor Club, Bruce.
Yeah, every other week I miss Tuesday.
Yeah, I usually miss Mondays because I have a meeting on Mondays. Yeah, I was working out of Ravenna on a supply ship. There's a gas field out in just off the coast there. So it was really nice. Went out on a Monday morning and came back on Friday and spent the weekend in port.
It was a good life.
Yeah, for a couple of months. But amazing in comparison with working out in the North Sea.
Ah,
It's
yeah.
like a holiday. Is this an open task?
All.
It's all. Okay.
Which kind of defaults to everyone flies the EB-29 anyway.
Well, not on the all, but on the open, yeah. It's open class. But it's just today, it's kind of a thermal task with some really minor obstacles, and you know, the EB kicks butt. Not gonna have any topology to help you. Actually, I don't think there's any obstacles now that I look at it.
There.
The hills aren't a part of our, the hills over there aren't on the line we're going, I don't think. So I'll say it again. Keep in mind that the finish is actually 50 and not 100.
Yeah.
Right, thanks.
I mean, we use our PDA, but usually we get so close, and after a while, we're just flying the altitude. So,
User joined your channel.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Greetings.
My Frank?
boy, I just released.
How long is the remaining time?
7 minutes.
Okay.
7 minutes for what?
Stop join.
I got start gate closes in 56.
Wait,
Really?
join time's already passed?
Where am I?
Stop join 7 minutes 30 seconds.
Oh God, I'm in the I'm in the other server. Oh gosh. I'm in the first server.
Glad this came up now then. Wait, you're in the first server? I thought I'm in the same server I'm always in. I just go to the same
Well, I mean,
IP address.
I'm in the one that was 15 minutes earlier or whatever. I think I'll come sail with you guys just a minute. Yeah, I went into the early server and snagged the task so I could, do my snips and all that. I still had it there.
User entered your channel.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Chris.
Hey,
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Long time no see. I had an opportunity to leave early today.
good to have you.
Thank you. I'm not sure if I chose the right plane though.
Oh, Blanik is fine.
Yeah, it's an EB day.
Yeah.
Conrad showed up too. We haven't seen him in ages.
I've been traveling quite a lot last.
Oh, this looks more correct. I got a million planes in front of me. The other server I went in and I was up in the air, immediately. Got a first tow because I was so late. So Chris, you weren't here. We were talking about how the finish is really 50 and not 100. It shows 100 on the map, but it's really a 50 finish.
50 meters, 50 finish altitude, you mean? Yep.
Yeah.
And 300 meters on the last turn point, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Saw that.
Any more, I always check everything, just to be sure. No rounding.
I'm still using Kotako to convert the tasks into an XC task, and the new version gives you a really nice finishing box that contains all this information, like maximum takeoff, maximum start speed, start altitude, finish altitude, and stuff. That's really helpful.
That's nice.
I think you have a slight advantage at the other server if there are not that many pilots.
Yep.
Because we are waiting for the start. The weather zone is moving.
Oh. Well, there were a good 15 people on the other server, at least, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah, that weather zone, if I'm reading it correctly, is really going to shut things down. So there's no benefit to delaying today.
I think I'm quickly going to change to an EB. It's really the better choice. I'll be back.
You know, that north weather zone's got moderate bugs too.
Did it recover, Richard?
Yeah.
Lost a lot of height.
Yeah.
What happened?
I think I fluttered. Well, that was amusing. But, I don't think you can get up to start height, actually. The clouds are too low.
No. I'm hitting cloud base at about just under 1300.
It's high variation in cloud-based.
No, I'm not seeing much variation here.
I hate that when everybody doesn't. We don't have a start. Everybody can hit it. Mark, you're all over the place.
Noticed that, did you?
Whoa.
Yeah.
I think those things over there would have taken your wing off if you would have got any closer, because they break wings, I think.
Oops.
Yeah, I was trying as much as I could, and I could not keep the wings level. I had negative flaps. I was at -1 or -2. That's the way to do it, right?
I do.
I do have auto rudder on right now, which maybe I need to separate that. Oh, I don't have my rudder pedals plugged in. I have to be auto rudder.
That's interesting. I've never actually tried the auto rotor.
Yeah, I had to disconnect my rotor pedals for some maintenance, and just haven't gotten around to putting them back on. But I hope I can find a way to take off today.
I may have been guilty of that the one or the other time as well, so don't you worry.
It didn't help that I also had the weakest tow plane. He was really taking his time to get up to speed.
Yeah.
User joined your channel.
I kind of lost control of everything here.
Oh, I got the same damn tow plane. Alright, this is my day to learn how to do aero tows.
Well, just release. Take another one. You know, release right away, restart, and that.
I only get 3 tries, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
There we go. No problem.
You doing any better, Richard?
Yeah, I've got it back again. And I lost my map now.
That's one thing about flying the early one. If everything goes badly, you've got another couple options. Spaced at 10-minute intervals.
Yeah, there's some button on the keyboard which just kind of screws everything up.
Windows
If I
button.
hit that button, I'm not quite sure how I managed to get back again.
The Windows button. You got. I think if you hit it a second time, I think the Windows button, everything locks up. I think you lose focus or something.
No, it's not that button.
Mate, must be in
That's
cloud.
true what you said.
Well, don't touch that one.
No, I get a funny keyboard, a sort of Logitech keyboard with a massive buttons on the top which don't, I'm not quite sure what they do. And I go to press escape and I press the wrong button.
There goes Bianchi. What did you say about the cloud, Rich?
May looks like he's in cloud, but it's not got any penalty points.
Good luck, Tim.
Thank you.
Good luck, all.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
You look pretty high, Rich.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get any higher.
What are you at? Is CRA higher than you, Rich?
Is to me it looks like it's in the cloud.
Bist du los, Uwe? Okay. Geh mal los.
Well, gonna have to face it. It's gonna be a low start.
Yep.
I mean, I'm like 1,100.
You can get up to 15?
Really? God.
It's almost like saying
I'm not gonna bother.
saying a start height of 15 with a cloud base of like 12 is
Yeah, just wait until the clouds above you are gone.
Yeah, my tow plane dropped me off right before the starting line, and I figured, well, what the hell? I'm not going to get any higher. I'll just start right away.
Yeah, thinking the same thing.
I do see a bunch of people ahead of me. I value that more than getting a couple extra meters on the
I don't
start.
think it makes.
Because they have the plane icon set to 30 kilometers.
Thank you, Sean. Lots of
I don't think it makes any sense to start higher than 1200 because you are under you over the thermal activity.
Yeah, I never had to circle, and I'm already at cloud base, so starting higher wouldn't have done much for me.
Good luck, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Good luck, Richard.
Thank you. Good luck, Richard.
Yeah, good luck all.
What's this airspace next to the first turn point?
Yeah,
I didn't look. Watch it.
2,000 AGL
Meters of foot.
meters.
Oh.
No, feet.
That's feet? Oh, sorry. Oh, God.
600 meters.
Well, you have the LX. You can look.
2,000
kinda-
meters AGL would actually be kind of hard.
Yeah, I didn't convert it. I just took the feet stupidly.
Actually, there's two of them, by the way. They're not actually both the same. The larger one to the north is 2,000 feet AGL. The smaller southern one is flight level 1,000. Flight level 100, which is 10,000 feet. So yeah, the southern one is 3,000 meters, and the other one is. Yep, it's basically 610.
Yeah, those.
Carol could tell that's 3,000 meters for that airspace there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that airspace looks like a wall. On the LX, just a wall. Not going to be flying over that thing.
I wanted to see if I could catch the cloud, but it was inside the airspace.
Uwe 2.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It looks like there's a cloud street that goes on the right side of the line, but that's right into the airspace.
Did you, Mark, did you win U.S. Soaring last night? I think you did.
I did, yeah. I got lucky and made a ridge flight out of it. Everyone else was trying to make a thermal flight out of it. I had a really bad start, though. I started just really stupidly. Realized it right away and was able to fix it.
Yeah, it was an interesting track you took, Mark. I never probably would have done that in real life.
Oh, I wouldn't have done any of that flight in real life. I flew like a lunatic, but that's Condor for you.
But congrats, now you're beating the big boys, Ryan now. I'm sure if Davis was there, you probably would have got him too.
Well, Ryan had a lousy start last night. It was one of those tasks that if you weren't up early, it was hard.
But your start actually wasn't bad, Mark. I checked your track, and actually you went just as fast as everybody else.
Well, I flew slow because I knew I needed something. And then it worked out nicely that as I was joining back with everyone else, there was a good lift line along there.
Yeah, that was an intense flight.
Congrats, Tim.
Congrats, Tim.
Thank you.
Congrats, Tim.
Congrats, Tim.
That airspace should not even be active, by the way. I just checked. There's a glider club based there. That doesn't make sense.
Good Ivy.
Below you to your left, Mark.
Thank you.
God, these back wipers take forever.
Yeah, I just can't find the time to do it.
I did it once on a long pull-up and only just barely made it.
I haven't bug wiped the whole task, even before the task, so I'm really not doing well.
Yeah, I didn't do it on my toe. I forgot, so...
It's nice that I have red wings. It's tougher to see the bugs. I don't feel quite as crazy about it.
Oh yeah, you do have a skin. I keep forgetting to pick my skin.
Yeah, it'd be cool if they'd add it in so you could like lock the skins in.
This is really strong, Mark.
Yes, it is, but I'm already at cloud base, so I'm using it for speed, not height.
Yeah, energy's energy.
Oh, and it just keeps going.
Gratuliere, Frank.
Jo, danke.
Congrats.
That's thank.
Thanks.
Bruce, we started at about the same time, didn't we?
Yeah.
I don't know why I've got 2 minutes less than you on the clock, or 2 minutes more than you on the clock.
Well, you were in front of me. I don't know by how much, but you were in front of me. It didn't seem like a real lot.
No, I thought it was like a couple of seconds, not 2 minutes.
Oh, I turned around and went back. I restarted.
Wow, you're flying incredibly fast then.
Oh yeah, that's what I do. You know me, real fast guy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to imply such stock. I just didn't think I was flying that slow.
No, I'm teasing you, man. It just, maybe every once in a while I go a little faster than usual, but.
I mean, like, you're absolutely killing it. Your lap speed is right at the top.
Huh, interesting. I don't know. I'm just kind of flying along, you know. This gliding monster just goes and goes. You just kind of sit there and go, oh wow, people are able to go over the airspace. Yes, one that's not so tall, that's the one that's north.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Cool. Thank you. This cloud's got to be getting old, Chris.
Yeah.
Worries me.
Yeah, I feel the same thing. But I mean, I have no other option here. Yeah.
It's the only ticket over the airspace.
Oh, but the airspace only 600 meters high. It's okay.
Oh, okay, thanks.
I see a large lack of something in your direction you're going, Tim.
Yeah.
It's only gonna get worse. I think the area off to the left is the base weather zone, but off in the distance, that's the other one.
Yeah, it is.
Well, this thermal is doo-doo. Wow, Mark, nice job. You took another thermal, didn't you? The other thermal.
I did. It was the first time I really turned.
Oh, and I forgot to do my bug wipers. Oh my God. I went through that thermal that you were in. I kept going thinking it was better, the one that everybody else was in, but no.
Congrats, Bruce.
Thank you.
Congrats,
Chris, Mark.
Congrats, Mark. Indeed. I can't get over the airspace.
Yeah, that thermal's
Oh.
gone that everyone's in.
Yeah, that speed I were talking about, Mark, well, that is history. You made a very good move, dude. I did not.
You're talking about getting over an airspace. I figured I know I have to climb sometime, and it was a good enough climb, so I'm going to have to climb sometime. Why not then? I didn't want to climb upwind, but whatever.
It's all about good judgments. Good decisions, and you did it.
Remember your bugs.
Thanks, Dave. Did remember somehow.
Tim is climbing.
Yeah, it's weak.
Okay. Like it's supposed to.
Yes. No surprise there.
I guess if I'm in a thermal that's 3 on the Hawk Netto, I ought to take it to the top, eh?
100%. Yeah, I would stop for that. Absolutely.
It gets a little bit better on that one, Bruce, at the top.
Well, I'm not complaining about so far. Boy, it's amazing.
Yeah, it was nice and smooth. It wasn't like a bunch of up and down. It was just consistent.
Helping dig me out of my faux pas.
What's your frog glide to finish there, Tim?
Minus 200.
I guess probably the second next last turn point is probably the important one. That's with 300.
Yeah.
Well, that's even worse than I expected.
I have a little bit of constant sink on my metal. That's not good.
Have you wiped your bugs recently? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Man, that is...
This is not looking good.
I'll go check out the... I'll spectate the early server and see how well they're doing.
There's plenty of fields.
At least you've got an engine with the EB.
CTX just turned turn point 2, but I haven't. I'm not in to see how high people are.
How did you spectate that one if you're flying this one?
I'm not flying this one.
Okay.
Oh no! I'm just watching Tim's stream. I was like, I saw this weather zone. I'm like, nope.
Okay, so here's a question for everyone. Since I know I'm going to be flying into weak conditions, and I was in a good climb, I stayed at the end of that climb and like kind of spun up my speed so that I was leaving that cloud fast. Like in an effort to just get every little bit of energy I could out of that one. Does anyone else do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Standard procedure, yeah. The idea is to fly through the sink quickly.
Yep.
Well, there's a small town here before the second turn point. I'm going to fly over that, and hopefully there'll be a thermal kicked off by it.
Is there anyone flying not in sync here?
No.
In the weak area? I mean, I'm flying in sync of between 0.1 and 0.5.
Yes.
You're between cloud streets.
Well, I'm still not buying that concept because that's not what I experience in real life. Not to this extent here.
Why not?
What goes up comes down.
Can't answer this question. It just doesn't feel right. Yeah.
Well, I would say that netto sync that Tim's talking to right now is way too high because there's no up. Or maybe it's just at the high pressure. There's a high pressure system over the area. I mean, yes, you can't have syncing everywhere. DDT is getting close to turn point 3. He's at 400 meters. I don't even know if he has enough height to actually even turn.
I can't see any barbecues going on down there. No, nothing but sink.
What are you thinking about?
I'm sinking. I'm not going to last much longer.
Andreas is playing on his early turf. Yeah, and DDT's gonna have to pull up the turn at turn point 3.
I only had some netto climb of 0.3 or something like that. Nothing to circle. Now 1 meter netto.
Don't forget the bugs if you get a chance.
Thank you for reminding.
The cloud base is theoretically, it's supposed to be a couple hundred meters higher in the northern zone.
No, you have to have. I mean, I guess it's technically infinite if there's no actual clouds.
It just showed a little cloud, a little teeny cloud in the planner.
That was silly. I was swinging around in that thermal, looking to exit, and I saw turn point 3 and thought, oh, there's a turn point. That was dumb.
Boy, I'm glad I got the gliding monster right now.
Yeah.
I see Nico up there, 29 kilometers ahead.
Congrats, Conrad.
Congrats, Conrad.
That's Conrad.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Congrats, Conrad.
Yeah, Conrad's
Don't be
nice and
walky,
high
Tim.
too.
That LS8 is doing really well.
Until you hit to the ground.
He's going to be toast at the end. I have negative DDH to the end, so does anybody have positive DDH to the end?
Yes, I have.
Wow.
The opponent's DDH at turn point 3.
Plus 30.
Minus 1,000.
I'm on like a 0.7 MC and I'm still negative on the finish.
I have to remember about the bag wipers, otherwise I'm losing meters.
Bruce, what is the name of that info box for the DDH on the LX?
Arrival.
Arrival, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, and that's not strictly DDH, right? I mean,
Oh, okay, T arrival then.
So it's T
task
arrival.
arrival.
Okay, got it.
Arrival is the next turn point, and T arrival is the DDH.
Thank you.
Really? I didn't know that. No, that's task arrival. You mean that's the finishing.
Yeah.
That's the finish, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
arrival
what I
is the
meant.
next turn point.
For instance, today with the 300 on that turn point, the arrival is not going to take that into account. You know, it's going to say, you know, you arrive at 250. Well, guess what? You're going to arrive at 250, not 300.
Yep.
You got to know the elevation of what you're shooting for. I have an elevation box in here that I use at times.
Thanks.
Yeah, my DDH is getting, or my arrival is getting worse and worse for the finish.
Well, I'm not surprised with the sync here.
Yeah. I think there's a thermal over here people are turning in. Are you in a thermal, Mark?
Yeah, I just took a huge deviation to join everyone else. There was another thermal towards the track, but I couldn't really connect with it. So I figured if people are turning here. It was a big deviation, but I kind of needed it.
Well, we should feel really lucky there's anything to take.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
We're well into it.
Congrats, Frank and Tim.
Thank you. Thanks.
Oh, great. Now you have to watch out for the ore development. I can hear thunder already. Oh, no way, it's outside.
You have an overdeveloped outside.
Yes.
Don't forget the bugs, guys. Takes patience. Climbing
And
at
precision.
1.
I don't understand that constant sync.
No kidding.
You look a lot higher than Bianchi there, Conrad. Nice job.
Thank you.
This thermal's dying too early, Mark.
Yeah, it is.
Damn.
And
That's gonna be-
it's already below, like, I'm over climbing in it just because I want the altitude.
I don't have any lift down here.
No.
Congrats, Chris.
Congrats.
Thank you. Let's see how far I make it. Vancouver.
But Tim, the nano sync, that's the extra drag from the decals in your wings.
Yeah.
I can't believe anybody took anything out of the EV today. That's not going to be fun.
Well, with no lift anywhere, there's not supposed to be sink everywhere, right?
Why am I getting a fairly constant minus 0.4, 0.5?
Yeah.
Well, there are probably blue thermals scattered about. You just can't see them, so unless you get really lucky. What everyone should have done was lined up in a big line, and then flew along. And then if any one person hit a thermal, everyone flew through it.
I mean, you're laughing, but that's actually not a bad idea.
That's a good idea.
Well, we did that once, remember? At the start. On one race, we all spread across the start. You guys don't remember that, huh?
Congrats, comrade.
Thank you.
Congrats.
You still got it, Conrad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did the right
Oh,
thing.
so the 300 meters is the minimum altitude?
Yep, and I'm not going to make it.
Thought it was the maximum. Okay. Well, that changes things.
Drastically.
Yep, this 330 looks like he's not going to make it. And I think Frank maybe as well.
It's like 200 meters below.
Yeah, I'll make the turn point, but I won't make the 300 meters.
Yeah, I'm flying actually like really, really slow, which is something I don't usually do, but I mean, I'm basically trying to fly it close to max glide.
the problem is you got this sink here, so you know you got to fly at a speed that accounts for the sink.
Well, yeah, I'm doing MC 1.5 knots and then following the speed to fly. But I only just barely have turn point 3 made, and I'm losing it.
Well, if your speed to fly isn't varying with the sink, that's not an accurate speed to fly.
No, I put the Vario in speed to fly mode, and then I am following it. I'm changing.
Yeah, that changes. If you have the speed to fly mode on in the PD with the arrows, it does take into account sync. That one little speed to fly box that they checked. The way it was originally on Condor3, I don't think does anyone even use that anymore.
Yeah, I'm kind of following the red line when I'm in speed to fly mode. If it's above 0, I'm slowing down.
Oh, he was low. Yeah, he just landed.
Yeah, it's just getting worse and worse. You got smart?
Oh, this was funny. My ALX is just telling me to check the landing gear.
That's right.
When you're going slow enough that it says check the landing gear, yep.
Yeah.
It looks like a cloud right between you and the turn point, Tim. There's a really thin one.
Yeah,
when you zoomed out.
Aiming for it. I might as well deplete my water completely. It takes a while.
Well, I don't have enough for the turn point. I know that.
Anyone hardly ever does.
Mark, you see that cloud off to the left? Is that out
I
of
do.
our...
Let me check. I was just looking at that one thinking maybe it's worth going over there. Yeah, I think I'm going to divert over that way.
There's another cloud over here. Crap. I can't see it from inside.
Oh, I didn't even check. Did they turn... Were the upper cloud turn the way up too?
Yeah.
There's a lot of high cloud, unfortunately.
Yeah. I was looking at that going, is it higher than the default setting? Yeah, so he really, went out of his way to try to make it as hard as he could.
That cloud the cloud to the left looks like it's dissipating.
Yeah, it's at the 7 out of 8 on that last weather zone.
Which direction are you going to turn, Mark?
I don't know yet.
Okay,
I'll announce when I
on
do.
your left.
If I turn, I will announce it.
I have lift here behind you.
You have lift.
Oh, you do?
If you go into external mode and go up, you can see clouds out there.
That's what I did when I was checking earlier.
There's a big cloud to my left. It's way over there. What's the lift like, Tim?
Steady but slowly climbing.
Also off to my right, I think I see FA and a couple other people circling.
Yeah.
I'm deviating over that way. I still have an extremely marginal final here at like MC super low.
No.
So if I get a couple of good bumps without a couple of good netto negatives, but that's asking a lot.
There are a few on the last leg. If you stay on the line. It was at least.
I have to make the turn point though.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of up, just a little.
So here's the first Outlander.
Yeah, I'm climbing here in something, turning left. Very, very weak.
I've had them up to 0.7.
Congrats, Chris.
Say again. Congrats. Well, I'm the first that made it safely to the ground. Yeah, you can congratulate me for that.
Congrats. I'm dumping water.
Yeah, me too.
I think that it'll be a miracle if
Yes, Nico. Very
This is enough to
lovely.
get a bug clean. And I'm back
Lovely week.
above what I need to make turn point 3.
Thanks for the reminder on the bug clean.
Well, guys, I'm out. Good luck, everyone. Hope you make it. Hope you make it home well. And I may see you the week after on holidays next week. Vacation, that is.
Hopefully next time we fly, weather's slightly better.
Not sure I want to refly this one, to be honest.
Thank you. Gliding
Okay.
adventure.
Cheers, everyone. Bye bye. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye bye. Bye, Chris.
User disconnected from your channel.
check landing gear.
Getting low and slow. It's like if you can make the last turn point, then you can make the finish.
I was looking, oh, I've got just over 1,000 meters. No, just over 0. And down below Gear down.
DGT did it in average. He did it in 1 hour and 2 minutes 45 seconds. 151.96.
Oh,
Wow.
That's
nice.
no one here is going to catch that.
Yeah, he probably flew it offline, so he knew exactly what to expect.
Congrats,
No,
Conrad.
one more good climb in the good stuff just before you enter the weak stuff could make a 5-minute difference probably.
The cloud base on this base weather was quite high. But
Yeah. You did the right thing to fly out to the base weather, get high, and get home.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, that was my plan, but then I changed it and thought, well, it's faster direct.
this was my plan too, but I
Congrats, Frank.
executed. But I thought to follow you, to
Yes,
be
thanks.
honest, after that last lift after that point.
This definitely feels like ground effect.
Oh, bummer, Dave.
Yep, that's the end.
Sorry, though.
Oh, sorry, Dave. Pretty ambitious.
Hey, I'm number 2 on the
taking
board
that.
for now.
Yeah.
Oh,
NPT
you were in the LS8. Yeah, that. Holy smokes! I'm surprised you made it as far as you did.
Yeah.
NPT actually finished in Vintage 315. Only 123 kilometers an hour, but he did actually finish.
I didn't think that it is so bad in this area. I thought
Congrats, Tim.
you could at
Thank you.
least climb with 1.5.
It's the overcast. It's that high overcast actually reduces the thermal strength in Condor3.
I mean, it was also weak thermals to start with. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
I kind of had planned on never trying to climb at all on this last leg. I was hoping to have enough that I wouldn't have to.
Yeah, the weak thermals combined with the overcast is the problem. Well, and low activity. Actually, I'd probably say it's the low activity is the problem. If the activity was set to normal, if there was more of them, it probably would have been fine.
Climbing at 0.4.
Right to
Congrats. Hello, Maya. Yeah, I can't really go
I
any
really
faster.
don't like the way all this high haze hides whatever little puffs I'm hunting. So difficult to find them as it is.
So basically, when Condor is set to weak with low variation, it's impossible to fly.
well, no. They're weaker than they should be because those upper clouds weaken the thermals on top of anything else. So, with that strong overcast on top, these weak thermals are weaker than they would otherwise have been.
I see. So if you turn the overcast settings off and stuff, then you could still fly a weak low variation and make it.
Yeah, they would be stronger. Even if you set them to like medium strength, you set the overcast like 8.
Congrats,
That's
Frank.
fine.
Yeah, it's bad.
Thanks.
Congrats, Frank.
I don't think it didn't do that in Condor 2. That's the new thing in Condor 3, where the upper level overcast does weaken thermals.
I'll have to take a look at that upper overcast more often now. Didn't realize that made such a difference.
Yeah, there was a U.S. soaring task not long ago where Davis had 2 weather zones, and the only difference between them was that the one had more overcast, and you got a really good glimpse of exactly what difference the overcast and the overcast alone made, because it really softened it up a lot.
I finished too low. Wow.
Oh.
I could have pulled up.
Mm.
Yeah. Well.
Does anybody understand the algorithm for you? It's like we're reverse engineering the algorithm, but does anybody know the algorithm very well?
Thank you,
You mean for the upper thermals, the shadow?
Yeah, all this stuff that's going on. Like, I'm sure the programmer knows like all this.
Well, the only thing I know, Week mentioned that the mountain thermals are a meter per second stronger than flatland thermals, but I don't know what the clouds do, what the overcast does.
I guess the idea is just to mimic real world conditions as best as they can.
This is really annoying. There's like a line over us that's blocking thunderstorms. The thunderstorms build up to the west, move towards us, and then dissipate before they get to us. So it hasn't done more than a few raindrops here.
Would be an interesting experiment to have Frank fly the LS8, and then the rest of us fly the EB29. See how it would turn out on that task.
That task, don't think I would have made it, but.
I beat you by a second, Frank.
Oh, okay.
But sadly I got penalty points. I was too low. No, I didn't. It was Uwe beat you by 1 second.
Oh, okay. But he got penalty points too.
Yeah. Yeah, he went into the zone. Well, it was an interesting flight, I would say.
Yes.
Yep.
A proper
Yes, it
planning.
was.
Exactly, Conrad. You planned properly and executed it.
Yeah, very well done.
I almost followed you, Tim. I almost followed you. For sure I would outland somewhere.
Yeah, never follow me. Yeah, I'll say bye for now, and congrats all. Good luck, Richard, Mark, and Bruce.
Thank you, man.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Have a good day, Tim.
Cheers.
You
See you,
too.
Tim.
Bye bye.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. Bye-bye.
Okay, guys.
From
See
your
you.
channel.
I'll be going as well. Bye bye.
User disconnected from your channel.
Mark, Bruce, are you going to fly the Montana event tonight?
No.
Probably, yeah. Is it at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock Eastern?
I think it's, what is it? I'm not sure, 5 o'clock Pacific?
Disconnected.